Good day, ladies and gentlemen. The record will reflect the presence of myself and the O5 Council. Following recent events, the Administrator has deemed it necessary to reacquaint ourselves with the SCP-4099 file. Now please note, this file is Level 5 classified. Unauthorized access or dissemination of the materials carries a death sentence, regardless of rank or position. A quick word from the seminar sponsor and we'll get started. The SCP board game Escape from Site-19 is back in stock with a fresh 1,000 complete units ready to be shipped. No waiting around for components this time, they are all good to go. Also, there is now a wide variety of additional candles on offer as well. Each one features a perfect logo of a group of interest and are fragranced with a unique scent that relates to their respective GOI. For example, the Church of the Broken God features a cinnamon scent, and Prometheus Labs an avocado scent. The first 500 games sold out fast, so get in there quick. The link can be found below, and remember to use my discount code to receive a 20% discount. Description: SCP-4099 designates a series of documents under the title SCP Foundation Department of Abnormalities. The documents appear to be incomplete based on the dates of when they were sent. In SCP-4099, two individuals are frequently mentioned, a Dr. Harold Horton and Agent Evan Shane. According to Foundation records, there are no individuals under employment with these names, nor are there any mention of a Department of Abnormalities. Document 1, 9th of April 19...
Dr. Horton, we picked up 3 more this week. They're sending us again the next morning for a debriefing of our mission stats. Not sure if this is part of procedure, but oh well. Bobby lost his arms to one of those things. They're probably going to discharge him for it. I forgot the designation of it, but it's in one of the files. Speaking of which, here's those copies you asked for. If you don't mind me asking, why do you need them?
Document 2, 11th of April 19...
Evan Shane, I have heard that we might be transferring the abnormalities here in our facility. The director briefed me on their containment details and how they should be handled. That means you're going to live under the same roof as the abnormalities you contained.
Document 3, 13th of April 19...
Captured, Doc. Not contained. I bagged these guys on the field. You're the ones that have to tag them. Anyway, expect the delivery soon. Let's hope the new guys get accustomed to their new home.
Document 4, 22nd of April 19...
Dr. Horton, about the debriefing I mentioned a few days ago. Apparently they've discovered another abnormality. It's somewhere in Portugal if I recall correctly. On another note, how are the new guys doing so far?
Document 5, 25th of April 19...
Evan, they seem to be doing fine. However, they appear to be acting much differently from when they were picked up. I'm going to do some testing on them. Actually, they're acting somewhat strange themselves. Something feels off about them. Whatever it is, once the testing begins, we'll get to the bottom of this.
Document 6, 29th of April 19...
Dr. Horton, well, whatever it is, just make sure you're safe. I'm going to the debriefing room. Gonna meet the new general in charge of the operation, and hopefully I can come home now.
Document 7, 2nd of May 19...
Fuck, Harold. I messed up, Doc. I messed up. Big time. I don't know what to do. I was told to do it. I was just following that fucking general. The bastard. He killed them. I killed them. The bastard issued a goddamn termination order on the whole place. Some of the folks in the unit are probably dead. I don't know. I don't know what else to do, Doc.
Document 8, 3rd of May 19...
Are you there? I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've tried calling the facility, but no one's answering. Shit, no one's responding. I'm a wanted man, Horton. I killed him. Fucking bastard killed the women and the fucking children in that village. Made sure he suffered first before I ended his life, too. Harold, where the hell are you?
Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4099 is kept in a secure safe-class vault in Site-1. This vault is to be secured with a biometric scan to prevent knowledge of SCP-4099 from being leaked to Foundation personnel. Addendum 4099-1 Recovered Files. The following files were recovered alongside SCP-4099. The formatting closely resembles traditional formatting and containment procedures used during. Furthermore, the entities described in these files do not appear anywhere within the Foundation's database. Item 21486 Hotel India 007. Item displays aggressive and dangerous behaviour. Description of item: 6'2" tall, height varies due to the nature of the entity, 185 pounds, unknown age, appears to be in mid-30s, wears uniform typical of air raid wardens used in the 1940s. Said uniform appears to be heavily damaged or in a state of disrepair. Respiration often induces sounds of what can only be identified as raspy breathing. The pockets are filled with bullets and ammunition often used in a Sten gun and Vickers light machine gun. The entity appears to emit small doses of gamma radiation. The palms of the entity's hands are covered in a caustic adhesive that burns away human skin on tactile contact. This adhesive has been chemically analysed as fluoroantimonic acid. Entity does not appear to run and can only walk, however it is not known whether it chooses not to run or is incapable of doing so. Report: first sighting of the humanoid was reported by tourists in a diner in the Nevadan desert. Witnesses reported a giant yellowish-brown cloud headed towards the diner. Tourists allegedly approached the entity in an attempt to communicate with it. The entity ignored all attempts at communication and continued walking. A recovery team was assembled by General Copper and dispatched in an attempt to contain the entity. Using the updated containment protocols regarding the handling of abnormalities, courtesy of the late Dr. Ketter, the entity was captured in the operation and contained in a temporary holding facility until a more effective containment facility could be used as a permanent containment cell. The entity appears to be capable of secreting various nerve agents and gases from its person. These gases do not appear to be anomalous in itself, however the nerve agents are dangerous and are constantly being emitted. Through chemical analysis, the entity has been known to secrete 3 nerve agents: Soman, sulfur mustard or mustard gas, and VX. The entity's wrists and forearms emit Soman. Sulfur mustard is emitted from its back, and the VX nerve agent appears to come from the filter cartridge canister of its mask as a waste product of respiration. All attempts at communicating with the entity have resulted in its unresponsiveness. Addendum: personnel have reported experiencing auditory hallucinations while they are in the vicinity of the entity. Personnel have reported hearing men, women and children's screams, gunfire, engine noises, Morse code, radio transmissions, air raid sirens, white noise, static frequencies, and even explosions. Item 97165 Mike Alpha 066. Item displays aggressive and dangerous behaviour. Description of item: 5'10", if hunched 5'6", 120 pounds, unknown age, darkened grey skin, naked, no eyes or hair, elongated arms, elongated lips and mouth structure with very human-like teeth, emaciated appearance, abnormally large head for the body, and possesses a unique bone and muscle structure. Hands and feet appear human, albeit blackened in appearance, possible necrosis. No reproductive organs, anal orifice, ears, nose or pores anywhere on its body. Report: the entity was first discovered in Antarctica. The entity was reported by Japanese fishermen, claiming to have seen a ninja on the ice. Reports of the humanoid came back to the Foundation, where a recovery team was dispatched to capture the entity. The creature was then contained and moved to a temporary containment cell. The creature appears to have considerable strength for its body structure. The entity has been shown to tear off ligaments and muscle tissue during a feeding. Carnivorous, it views both humans and animals as a food supply. During a feeding, depending on which animal it has devoured, the creature temporarily gains said animal's traits. When eating fish, it develops gills, fins, and webbed feet, and gains the ability to swim and breathe underwater. When eating avian creatures, it gains bat-like wings. These wings, despite the size and shape of the creature, somehow give the entity the ability to fly. When eating human flesh, it gains intelligence and sapience. The entity's mouth appears to stretch and distend beyond its physical capabilities, but does not appear capable of unhinging its jaws to consume prey. Instead, it opens its mouth and takes large bites in its consumption. The entity shows considerable problem-solving skills of varying levels of complexity. The creature has been known to speak, but only in the form of muttering and on occasions laughter. Addendum. Security and research personnel have both expressed concerns over the entity. Complaints have issued that the creature has been known to smile at individuals for long periods of time, unnerving them. Personnel also note a visual anomaly of the creature's nature. The creature can appear in contradictory locations when two or more individuals view it, however in close proximity to one another, usually allowing an estimation of where the actual entity is located. Complaints have been taken into account of the creature's nature. Item 71839 Charlie Alpha 102. Item displays aggressive and dangerous behaviour. Description of item. Item appears to be a small vase of roses. The petals on each rose glows brightly and radiates a reddish hue. The item has a small note attached to it that reads, "For Lucy." The object emits large amounts of gamma radiation. Report. The item was discovered in a flower shop in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Reports came in of red maniacs terrorizing the townsfolk. A recovery team led by General Sampson were partially successful in containing the threat, as most of the agents in the unit had succumbed to the object's effect and had to be terminated. The item was temporarily placed in a secure holding locker lined with lead to prevent radiation contamination. The object's petals glow a dark red hue and emit large amounts of gamma radiation. When a living being enters its light, the item immediately redshifts the being. Once redshifted, the being immediately succumbs to radiation poisoning and collapsing after only a few seconds of exposure. Soon after, the redshifted subject will rise from its position on the ground. Individuals afflicted with the item's effect are not only redshifted, but are also bleeding profusely from the eyes, nose, and mouth. Affected individuals under the reanimation effect also lack pupils, and their sclera are completely white in coloration despite the redshift. Individuals affected by the object are driven solely by the need to attack unaffected individuals. Affected subjects will attack by way of biting, scratching, and beating others with their hands. Some affected individuals also display remarkable strength for their stature, being capable of tearing off limbs with little effort. Addendum. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to touch or even look into the container. All testing with the abnormality has been denied. The rest of the file is redacted, so we're going to take a break. When we reconvene, we will open the unredacted file and examine the events of Addendum 4099-2, the exploration log of the facility from MTF Gamma 1, and Addendum 4099-3, the final recovered document. And that concludes part 1 of SCP-4099. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Big thanks to all the patrons and members who keep the channel going, do consider joining them. And thank you to Rick Trexon, General's Alert, Wings of a Meme, JT Walker, Horizons, Number of the East, Dr. Rome, Bent, Wedge the First, Pepperfish, Savage Broccoli, Fallen Angel, Lesby Friends and Razman. Big thanks to Arctoast, Kibara, Captain Core, Hunter Killer, Tree, Arctos, The Commissar, Romulus, Cat Clone, Kilo, Bob and Savage On. And huge thanks to the administrators Viger, Kamana, Panzer, Wunderschnell and Sonic. Thank you all for watching, I'll see you all soon, and take care.